But let's get into this next one, man. So the next one was also a mystery movie, and I think this one is actually out this week. So yeah, it's out now. So if you want to check it out. Yeah, The Roofman. So this was a mystery movie. So I saw this last Monday. And this film is a true story, based on a true story. So after escaping from prison, former soldier and professional thief Jerry Manchester finds a hideout inside a Toys R Us, surviving undetected for months while planning his next move. However, when Jeffrey falls for a divorced mom, his double life starts to unravel, setting off a compelling and suspenseful game of cat and mouse as his past closes in. It's directed by Derek Cianfrance, and I don't know anything else I could think of that this guy worked on. I have to look up, maybe you can check that out in the background for us. But it's also starring, we got Channing Tatum, who plays Jeffrey Manchester, our Roofman, Kirsten Dunst, Peter Dinklage, Juno Temple, Lakeith Stanfield, Lily Collius, Emery Cohen, and Ben Mendelsohn. And these are going to be our main people in this. So, we also got Uzo Aduba pops up in this as well. But for the most part, man, this thing really surprised me, dude. Like, I saw some people buzzing about it because, like I said, man, the people who have been guessing these mystery films, they've been pretty good. So then I looked into, what people were saying about it, and they were generally positive, but I was not prepared for how good this film was, man. Like this thing, like it's like the perfect role for Channing Tatum because he's kind of got this. Like if you're looking at the 21 Jump Street, he could play like that goofy guy, at times, and he gets serious when he has to, but also, man, he's digging deep in this thing, man, pulling out some real emotions, especially later in the film. Because what happened? This is based on a true story. So they call him Roofman because he started breaking in McDonald's, So he's breaking in McDonald's in this area. I think in different parts of the country. He would go out and spread around. But this particular film at this time period takes place mostly around North Carolina, like in the Charlotte area, in that I think Mecklenburg County or whatever. So he was going in through the roofs, and the first time he did it, he realized like, yo, all these McDonald's are pretty much laid out the same, so I could do this wherever. So he just starts branching out, going up, so much so that he becomes called the Roof Man. The only reason they called him was I think one of the employees seen him running away in a certain direction, and then the police ran after him and got him, and he did some prison time. So, crazy enough, he breaks out of prison, goes on the run again, ends up breaking in through the roof of this Toys R Us, bro. Does this is crazy, man. This guy lived in the Toys R Us for 6 months, man. And it was so wild. He's living in the Toys R Us. I guess he would sneak out at night, or go out in the daytime. At one point, man, he makes a relationship with this woman from his church group. So he's going out to date this woman. She's got kids. He's living a relationship, like having like living like a life. It's crazy, man. So it goes on from there, man. But this film is funny, man. It's like it's got like really emotional moments in there, especially because he's dealing with family stuff and all kinds of craziness. And it's funny too because Peter Dinklage is like the manager of this Toys R Us, and he's like, hey, he runs up on one of his employees, like, hey, man, we're missing a bunch of M&Ms. You wouldn't know anything about that because he's living off of what's in the store. And so it's like
Yeah, I saw
Toys
that
R
in the
Us,
trailer. Yeah.
yeah, it's like a bunch of candy and stuff, man. But it's crazy because it's wild funny, man. But the craziest part to me is when you get to the end of this film and you get the montage of the real life him and the movie him, and I'm like, it blew my mind away at like how much of this story is so strange. You think that it had to be fiction, that it was really real. You know what I mean?
How,
When you're
how,
like,
how many years ago did this happen in real life?
I think, let me see. It wasn't that long ago, man. I think, let me see. Um, he was a spree robber. Let me see. When the main times that they got, yeah, so they were saying from like 97 to 2000, and then from 2004 to 2005. So these were the times where he was, kind of doing his thing. So yeah, he was sentenced to 45 years in prison in the year 2000. So I think that explains that gap. He
Okay.
escaped after serving 4 years. So between 2004 and 2005 is mainly when the meat of this movie takes place. You know
Okay.
that time that he's in the um
Towards us.
yeah, and the crazy part is, so Lakeith Stanfield plays his another character in here, so he's kind of on a timer. And for some reason, Lakeith is this guy that can facilitate these papers and stuff for him. And Lakeith is like, "Hey, man, you gotta call me back in this amount of time." So he's basically trying to wait out to where he can get his papers and flee and get all the documents and stuff. But you gotta watch to see what happens, man. but
Okay.
but this story, it blew my mind, dude. Like I said, man, I'm watching this thing. It's kind of pushing about 2 hours runtime, but it goes by, dude. I was fully engaged from the moment it started, man. And like I said, man, there's just some really good performances and really a fun time had, man. I was totally surprised at how good this came out. I definitely would watch it again, man. In a heartbeat.
Okay.
And it's crazy too because it's one of these films like this cast is stacked, but I feel like some movies when you get a cast like this, there's a need to give everybody a super significant role or an important scene or just like and there's not to say that they're not doing a great job, but even Dinklage, he doesn't have no crazy monologue or nothing. He's just a guy. He just happens to be the manager of this store, and it's just like, wow, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? And everyone is like that because Kirsten Dunst actually plays the woman he meets from the
Okay.
church. So we see that whole romance go down, and it's a fun time, man. I definitely had a good time watching this, man. One of my best, um, you know, film experiences in the past few months.